Join us as we unravel 5 amazing maritime mysteries. But before we begin, keep a lookout for a hidden Easter egg in today's video. Comment below where you found it. Now let's set sail into these mysteries. Number 1. The City of Chester. The City of Chester was a passenger steamer built in 1875 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, designed for regional service between San Francisco and other ports along the Pacific coast. Measuring 202 feet long with a capacity for several hundred passengers, it was known for its elegance and state-of-the-art safety features for the time. Operated by the Pacific Mail Steamship Company, it became a symbol of progress for the bustling trade and passenger routes of the late 19th century. On August 22, 1888, the City of Chester departed San Francisco for Eureka, California, with approximately 90 passengers and crew on board. The weather was foggy, a frequent occurrence along this route, and visibility was limited. As the ship approached the narrow and treacherous Golden Gate Strait, it encountered the Oceanic, a massive steamship arriving from Asia. A tragic miscommunication between the two ships led to a collision. The Oceanic struck the City of Chester, tearing a massive hole in its side. Despite desperate rescue attempts, the smaller vessel sank within 6 minutes, claiming the lives of 16 passengers and 3 crew members. One lesser-known fact is that the collision exposed significant flaws in maritime communication and safety protocols. The Oceanic's crew reported struggling with language barriers, as it was primarily manned by Chinese sailors who misunderstood the City of Chester's signals. This event spurred discussions about standardizing maritime signal systems and communication practices. Theories. 1. Miscommunication and language barriers. Many historians agree that the accident stemmed from misinterpretations of navigational signals between the Oceanic and the City of Chester. The use of different languages and the lack of standardized signal protocols likely contributed to the disaster. 2. Poor weather conditions. Heavy fog obscured visibility, making it difficult for both captains to accurately judge distances and speeds. This theory emphasizes the natural dangers of navigating the Golden Gate Strait during inclement weather. 3. Negligence or overconfidence. Some have speculated that the Oceanic, being the larger and more powerful ship, may have assumed it had the right of way and failed to take evasive action. 4. Structural weaknesses. Though not widely discussed, some contemporary accounts questioned the structural integrity of the City of Chester. The speed at which it sank suggested that the hull may not have been robust enough to withstand even a glancing blow. Legacy. The City of Chester disaster became a turning point for maritime safety regulations in the San Francisco area. It led to stricter guidelines for navigation through the Golden Gate and emphasized the need for standardized signaling systems. The wreck remained undiscovered for over a century until 2013, when NOAA researchers located it 216 feet below the surface. Today, the site serves as an underwater memorial to those lost in the tragedy and a reminder of the inherent risks of seafaring. Number 2. The Queen of the North. The Queen of the North was a modern ferry launched in 1980 by BC Ferries to serve the challenging waters of British Columbia's Inside Passage. At 410 feet long, it was equipped with advanced radar systems and a capacity to carry over 700 passengers and 115 vehicles. The ferry quickly became a lifeline for remote coastal communities, offering reliable service and a sense of connection to the rest of Canada. On March 22, 2006, the ferry was en route from Prince Rupert to Port Hardy with 101 people aboard when it struck Gill Island in Wright Sound at full speed. Within an hour, the vessel sank, leaving 2 passengers unaccounted for and presumed drowned. One little-known detail is the cultural significance of Gill Island to the local Gitgayat First Nation, who consider the area sacred. The community played a crucial role in rescuing passengers that night, demonstrating extraordinary bravery and solidarity. Theories. 1. Human error. The primary explanation for the accident is that the ferry's officers failed to make a critical course adjustment. Fatigue, distraction, or complacency may have played a role in this oversight. 2. Mechanical failure. Although investigations found no definitive evidence of mechanical problems, some suggest that issues with the autopilot system or radar might have contributed to the accident. 3. Over-reliance on technology. The crew may have been too reliant on electronic navigation aids, neglecting traditional methods of charting a course through the hazardous waters of Right Sound. 4. Fatigue and staffing issues. Critics have pointed out that BC Ferries had been grappling with staffing shortages and demanding schedules, which might have led to crew fatigue and reduced alertness. Legacy. The sinking of the Queen of the North had profound implications for maritime safety in Canada. It led to sweeping reforms within BC Ferries, including enhanced training programs and stricter safety protocols. The incident also highlighted the heroic efforts of the Gitgayat First Nation, whose swift response undoubtedly saved lives. Today, the wreck remains a poignant symbol of the delicate balance between modern technology and human vigilance. Number 3. The Larchmont. The Larchmont, a sidewheel steamer built in 1883, was a popular passenger vessel operating along the New England coast. Known for its luxurious accommodations and dependable service, it was a favorite among tourists and locals alike. At 252 feet long, it was designed to withstand the harsh conditions of the Atlantic. On February 11, 1907, the Larchmont departed Providence, Rhode Island, for New York City with approximately 150 passengers and crew. That night, it collided with the schooner Harry Knowlton off Block Island in freezing temperatures. The impact caused the Larchmont's boilers to explode, and the ship sank within 30 minutes. Only 19 people survived, making it one of the deadliest maritime disasters in New England history. A fascinating detail is that the Larchmont carried a cargo of frozen fish, which reportedly hindered rescue efforts by turning the water into an icy, debris-filled hazard. Survivors described horrific scenes of people clinging to wreckage, only to succumb to hypothermia. Theories. 1. Navigational misjudgment. Both the Larchmont and the Harry Knowlton were navigating narrow waters in poor visibility, leading to speculation about whether either captain properly followed right-of-way rules. 2. Structural compromises. Some reports suggest that the Larchmont's hull had been weakened by years of service, contributing to its rapid sinking. 3. Insufficient safety measures. Critics argue that the steamer was inadequately equipped with lifeboats and other safety equipment, a common issue at the time. 4. Weather-related factors. The frigid conditions likely impaired the crew's ability to respond effectively, exacerbating the scale of the disaster. Legacy. The tragedy of the Larchmont underscored the need for stricter safety regulations in the burgeoning passenger steamer industry. The event also became a defining moment in the history of Block Island, where locals played a vital role in recovering victims and supporting survivors. Today, the wreck remains a popular site for divers and a sobering reminder of the perils of early maritime travel. Number 4. The Mount Temple. The Mount Temple, a British passenger and cargo steamship, was launched in 1901 by the Beaver Line. Designed for transatlantic voyages, it measured 485 feet in length and was capable of carrying both passengers and freight. Known for its reliability, the vessel operated between Liverpool and Canadian ports, transporting goods such as wheat and livestock. On April 14, 1912, the Mount Temple found itself near one of the most infamous maritime disasters in history, the sinking of the RMS Titanic. The Mount Temple was one of the ships that received the Titanic's distress signals. Captain James Moore altered course to assist but was reportedly slowed by the presence of icebergs. Although the ship arrived too late to provide meaningful aid, the incident left a significant mark on its history. An obscure fact about the Mount Temple is its connection to an unrelated but curious event years later. During World War I, while en route from Halifax to London with cargo and passengers, the ship was intercepted and captured by the German commerce raider SMS Mo on December 6, 1916. The Germans scuttled the vessel, making it one of many ships lost to the ruthless tactics of wartime naval warfare. Theories. 1. Misjudgment during the Titanic rescue. Some historians speculate that Captain Moore could have reached the Titanic sooner if he had taken a more direct route or acted more decisively in navigating the icefield. 2. Sabotage during capture. There are rumors that the Mount Temple's scuttling was not fully intentional, and that structural weaknesses or sabotage might have contributed to its quick demise. 3. Unexplored German intentions. Some theorists argue that the Germans intended to use the Mount Temple as a disguised raider but decided against it due to the ship's age and condition. 4. Conspiracy around valuable cargo. Speculation abounds about whether the ship was carrying secret military supplies or valuables when it was sunk. Some believe the Germans targeted it specifically for such reasons. Legacy. The Mount Temple remains a fascinating case of a ship caught at the crossroads of history. Its proximity to the Titanic disaster, combined with its dramatic wartime sinking, makes it a vessel of enduring interest. Despite several expeditions, the wreck has yet to be conclusively located, leaving parts of its story shrouded in mystery. Number 5. The Tashmoo. The Tashmoo, nicknamed the White Flyer of the Great Lakes, was a sidewheel steamer launched in 1900. Built for speed and elegance, it was a luxurious vessel that served as a passenger excursion steamer in Michigan. At 308 feet in length, it was one of the fastest ships on the Great Lakes, often hosting high society events and serving as a key part of Detroit's burgeoning tourism industry. On June 18, 1936, the Tashmoo was operating along its usual route between Detroit and Port Huron when tragedy struck. While docking at Sugar Island, a popular excursion destination, the ship struck an underwater obstruction. The collision breached the hull, and within minutes, water flooded the engine room. The crew managed to guide the vessel to shallow water, allowing passengers to disembark safely. Miraculously, no lives were lost. An intriguing detail about the Tashmoo is its unofficial role in maritime races. Its reputation as a speed demon led to informal races against other Great Lakes vessels, which became a source of pride for Detroiters. Additionally, parts of its ornate interior were salvaged after its sinking and repurposed in local businesses, preserving its legacy in unexpected ways. Theories. 1. Poor maintenance. Some theories suggest that negligence in maintaining the Tashmoo's hull allowed it to succumb to a relatively minor collision. 2. Uncharted obstructions. Critics have argued that the underwater obstacle was improperly marked on navigational charts, making the accident unavoidable. 3. Structural vulnerabilities. There is speculation that the ship's high-speed design may have sacrificed durability, making it prone to damage from impacts. 4. Economic decline. Some view the sinking as a symbolic end to the golden age of Great Lakes steamers, reflecting the economic challenges of the Great Depression. Legacy. The Tashmoo's sinking marked the end of an era for luxury steamers on the Great Lakes. Its story remains a cherished part of Detroit's maritime history, with annual events commemorating its heyday. Artifacts from the ship, including pieces of its ornate furnishings, are displayed in local museums, keeping its memory alive for future generations. Conclusion. The stories of these historic vessels, the City of Chester, Queen of the North, Larchmont, Mount Temple, and Tashmoo, serve as poignant reminders of the unpredictability of life at sea. Each ship carried with it not only passengers and cargo but also the dreams, ambitions, and legacies of the people who relied on them. From tragic losses to lingering mysteries, these vessels have left indelible marks on maritime history. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into their fascinating tales. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more maritime mysteries. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.